What if the silence you've been fighting isn't punishment? What if the loneliness that keeps you awake at night isn't proof that you've been forgotten, but evidence that God has temporarily removed the noise so He can rebuild you? Most people spend their lives trying to escape uncomfortable seasons, but some of the greatest transformations in Scripture never happened in crowds. They happened in deserts, in valleys, in places where no one was watching. And maybe that's exactly where you are today. We live in a culture obsessed with being seen. Every scroll reminds you of someone succeeding, someone celebrating, someone moving ahead. It feels like the whole world is racing forward while you're standing still. You begin asking painful questions. Did I miss my opportunity? Did God forget me? Why does everyone else's life seem to be progressing except mine? But Scripture repeatedly reveals a different pattern. God rarely prepares His people in public. Before purpose comes preparation. Before influence comes isolation. Before elevation comes hiddenness. The world interprets hidden seasons as failure. Heaven often calls them training. The valley has a strange way of exposing everything you've tried to hide. Old regrets, past mistakes, words spoken over your life. Shame whispers that you're disqualified, that your story is already written, that God can use other people, just not someone with your past. But grace tells a completely different story. Jesus never avoided broken people. He walked toward them. He met people in their weakness, not to condemn them, but to restore them. The valley is not where your identity is lost. It's where false identities begin to die. God isn't defining you by your failures. He's separating you from them. Silence feels uncomfortable because it removes distractions. Without constant noise, you're finally able to hear what's happening inside your own heart. This is where reconstruction begins, not through applause, not through likes, not through recognition, but through surrender. Sometimes God removes people so you can discover His presence. Sometimes He delays visible progress because He's building invisible strength. The person you're becoming is far more important than the image you're trying to protect. And what feels like isolation today may actually become the strongest foundation of your future calling. If you're walking through a lonely season, don't assume God has stepped away. The valley has never been empty. He's there, quietly replacing shame with purpose. Fear with peace, weakness with strength. One day you'll look back and realize the season you wanted to escape became the place where your life truly began. So don't despise the silence. God often does His deepest work where the world sees nothing. Because before He changes your circumstances, He transforms your heart. And that transformation lasts forever. If this message spoke directly to your heart, write, "God is rebuilding me" in the comments. And if you know someone walking through a lonely season, share this video with them. You may never know how much hope it brings.